So this is the question that we were doing from exercise 8.4, question number 1. We have to express the trigonometric ratios of sine, secant and tan in terms of cot A. So you want to write down the relation between each of these three with cot A. And it's not necessary to write down the answer in order. You can start with any of three ratios. So last time I actually started with tan A because tan A is the reciprocal of cot A, so I can directly give the answer. I will be doing the same right now, and let's just write this down. So we have tan A as the reciprocal of cot A. So we have a relation between tan and cot. The second ratio that I have is sine and I have secant. It's not necessary to start with sine or secant. You can do any. The next ratio that I'm going to write down is secant A, because secant A can be related with tan, and I already have the answer of tan in terms of cot. Now how do I relate tan and secant? For that I'm going to use the trigonometric identity, which tells me that secant square A equals to 1 plus tan square A. This is what I'm going to use here. So if I have the value of secant square, I can obtain the value of secant A as well. So secant A is actually the square root of this binomial 1 plus tan square A. I will be just using it and I'll have the answer for secant A in terms of cot A after I use the value for tan A. Now tan A is equal to 1 over cot A, so I'm just going to use this value. Rest of the expression is same, so I've got 1 plus along with it and it's under the root. Let's simplify the square root. In the square root I've got 1 plus 1 over cot square A. Taking LCM, I have cot square A plus 1 over cot square A under the root. Now I'm going to separate the square root for the numerator and the denominator. So the square root of the numerator, cot square A plus 1, binomial as such, and the square root of the denominator, cot square A. Simplify wherever you can, and in this case I can simplify the denominator but not the numerator. So I'm just going to write down the numerator as it is under the square root. So this will be 1 plus cot square A. I have reordered. You can leave it the way it is. Whereas in the denominator, the square root of cot square A is actually cot A itself. The root and the square, they get cancelled. You can do that also if you want to show this root and square get cancelled. So this is the answer for secant A in terms of cot A. And finally I need to write down the answer for sine A. And again, I don't have a direct relation between sine and cot. I need to find out another way. What I know is I can write sine as the reciprocal of cosecant, and I can use the trigonometric identity which relates cosecant with cot. Cosecant square A equals to 1 plus cot square A. Find the value of cosecant from here and just use it here in the reciprocal. So cosecant A will be equal to square root of 1 plus cot square A, and let's use the value here. Sine A equals to 1 over 1 plus cot square A. So this is how we have written tan, secant and sine in terms of cot A. Tan A as 1 over cot A, secant A as square root of 1 plus cot square A over cot A, and finally sine A as 1 over square root of 1 plus cot square A. Similar to this, we have question number 2 of this exercise, where you want to write down the ratios in terms of secant A. All these ratios, write all other trigonometric ratios in terms of secant A. There are 6 trigonometric ratios, and we will be writing the remaining 5 with relation to secant A. So I'll just write down for myself. I want to write down sine, cos, tan, cosecant and cot. These 5 ratios in terms of secant A. And again, I will be starting with any one. I'll just start with this because cos is directly related to secant. Cos A is actually the reciprocal of secant A. So cos A is 1 over secant A. This one's done. After this, I'm going to write down tan A because there is a trigonometric identity that exists between tan and secant. So I have secant square A equals to 1 plus tan square A. From here, I want to write down the value of tan square A. This will be secant square A minus 1, and from here I can obtain the value of tan A. It will be the square root of this binomial. So I've done tan A also. After tan, I'm going to cot because cot is the reciprocal of tan. Cot A is equal to 1 over tan A. So I'm going to write down the reciprocal of tan A. Now I'm left with sine A, cosecant A, these two. And I will need to think of a way to find out the relation of sine or cosecant with secant A. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use tan again. Just observe here. I will be writing down this tan A as sine A over cos A. So this is something I know. Tan A is the ratio of sine and cos. From here, I know that sine A can be written as the product of cos and tan. And I have the value of cos and tan. This is the first part and this is the second part. Use values. So once I use the values, cos A from first part is 1 over secant A. Tan A from part 2 is the square root of this binomial. So value of sine A becomes square root of secant square A minus 1 over secant A. This is the value of sine. And finally, I want to write down the value of cosecant A. Now cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so this is very simple. I will be just inverting this value which I have obtained for sine. So using this value, just write down its reciprocal. This becomes secant A over square root of. So the value of cosecant A is equal to secant A over square root of this binomial secant square a minus 1.